What's popping while? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are doing a other film review. First, before we start, we might notice that this isn't my voice. I have been very busy, and my voice has gone, so for now I will be using this voice, but these words are all mine. It is still all my own thoughts and opinions, just not my voice saying them. I once again apologize for the inconvenience, and with that out of the way, we can jump straight into the review. Today we went to the hospital. I never wished to return to, as me and my girlfriend watched Ratched Season 1. It's about a medical school, and my mother and Nana have also watched this show. Although I will say it's not particularly my cup of tea. So let's cut open our patent and see what Google has to say about the 2020 Netflix original horror series, Ratched. It has a 7.210 on IMDb and 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. A young nurse at a mental institution becomes jaded and bitter before turning into a full-fledged monster to her patients. This review may be a little all over the place, but that's because while watching this show, we were also watching Haunting of Hill Houses and American Horror Stories. We started to watch this very early on in the relationship, so we didn't really pay much attention to the TV, so we couldn't decide what to watch or commit to. However, I didn't really enjoy this one. I much preferred The Haunting of Hill House and American Horror Stories. A review on both of these shows will be coming out over the next few days. It was so strange, and that was the vibe the show was going for, as it was filmed in such a unique way, giving for an uncanny valley feel. There were big open spaces and a lot of white. Some of the scenes made me uncomfortable, and not just because they were cutting up human corpses. It gave me a sense of familiarity I didn't expect, like I'd seen this show before or something very similar. The vibes of the show were all wrong, and it played well for the show and what they were trying to get across. We had some crazy people being experimented on to try and further science, as this is set before the scientific advancements we have today, because at the time of making this video, we have had a full February where every day someone cured something. The world has basically just cured cancer. It's crazy, but in the show they are basically torturing people to try and get what's wrong with them. There are some elements of incest which I didn't really enjoy. It didn't really benefit the story. It made it more weird and uncomfortable, but it made it hard to enjoy. You're basically watching it to see how far it will go. To see what they will do next. This show has a certain level of unpredictability to it. The story is basic and boring. A sister trying to free a brother who has been out in the hospital for committing crimes. He breaks out and runs off with another nurse. That's the story broken down to its basic level, and for a show with 12 episodes, it does start to drag on a bit. Ratched is the main nurse, and she tries to turn the other nurses on each other and get as close as she can to the main doctor. It's not for love, it's for knowledge and to free her brother. It's just not very interesting, and with the vibe the show has set up, it's hard to root for her because unlike Joe Goldberg, we don't see it from his view, we don't see it with his eyes. We are a third party being told a story, not watching it through Ratched. The acting is very good. I will admit that the acting is brilliant. I think it's just wasted on a show like this. Just like the acting, the practical effects are also very good. We have a lot of prosthetics with the makeup of body parts and cut open people and blood that looks very real. It was interesting to learn something about the human body, but how much you can really learn from a twisted show like this. How much was historically accurate and how much was just there for shock value. The most uncomfortable part was when they went into the eyes. I've never liked that his eyes are very sensitive, and Final Destination scared me, but if I never watched that, this would have given the exact same effect. Eyes are just so squishy and impactful to the human body. They're vital, rather loose smell than anything else. I don't have a sense of smell, so maybe that's why I value it less, but rather never smell than loose any other sense. The story and characters, I feel, don't have much meaning. You cannot connect with them, and you cannot put yourself in their shoes. and the show knows that these are both mentally unwell people. And that's why they are here in this hospital, however. Unlike that one Leonardo DiCaprio movie Shutter Island, it's not a brain fuck with a big twist ending that makes it exciting as we uncover the secrets of the hospital. It's a very disappointing ending. For a whole show of uncomfort and letdown, I have to get it a disappointing 4/10. It had its moments, but it wasn't as good as anything else I've watched, and I won't be revising it. A little bit of a shorter one today because I didn't enjoy the show, but I still wanted to talk about it. I always like to review what I've watched even if I hated it, because at least then it feels worth putting myself through watching it. I didn't want to watch it and hate it and feel like I've wasted so much time for a mid-aw show. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, I think that wrapped it up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay home and stay safe. What's popping, why all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are doing a other film review. First, before we start, we might notice that this isn't my voice. I have been very busy, and my voice has gone, so for now I will be using this voice, but these words are all mine. It is still all my own thoughts and opinions, just not my voice saying them. I once again apologize for the inconvenience,